Ain't no doubt about it.
All right, all right.
Well, wait. Oh, how do you know, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hey. Well, hello and welcome to another Friday night football action right here in Vardaman, Mississippi. Vardaman versus Caledonia. Good game coming up here, and we'll have a play-by-play announcer will be Paul Lowe tonight. We want you to stay with us because we'll be back in just a few minutes and get the game underway right here in Vardaman, Mississippi.
Captains are in the center of the field. Your officials for tonight's game is referee Fred Fauché, head linesman is Randy Deaton, field judge is Casey Ray, and the umpire is Jimmy King. Prime captains for the Vardaman Rams is number 66, Mitchell Gordon, and number 68, Richard Hare. Rams win the toss, elect to receive. Confederates will kick off and defend the north goal. I'd like to give you the starting lineups for the Caledonia Confederates. Number 2, Mike Shedd. Number 3, Randall Philpo. Number 6, Chris Westbrook. Number 22, Gary Blair. Number 24, Rodney Bradley. Number 53, Ricky Vaughn. Number 61, James Wagner. Number 66, Bobby Boothroyd. Number 67, Donnie Aikens. Number 73, Mike Oliver. And number 74, Billy Plunk. Starting lineup for tonight's Rams. Number 10, Roydell Willis. Number 12, Jody Spratton. Number 13, Patrick Mullins. Number 14, Rodney Mullen. Number 25, Mike Cook. Number 34, George Willis. 61, Porter Casey. 65, David Keaton. 66, Mitchell Gordon. 68, Richard Hare. And 78, Parrish Hartley. I'd like to also remind you tonight is homecoming for the Vardaman Rams. They'll be electing a queen at halftime. The student body has already cast ballots. They're in the accounting firm of Ernst. At halftime, we'll announce the queen. The candidates for queen are Missy Conley, Angie Edmondson, and Kim Holland. Also, I'd like to tell you that tonight's game is being filmed for playback and will be played back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock on W07BN in Bruce, and also Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. That's 11 o'clock tomorrow and 7 o'clock Tuesday. We'd like to ask you at this time to stand for the invocation. Invocation will be given by Dr. Clarence Cooper.
Our Father, we thank you for this night. We thank you for the two institutions that are represented tonight. We do pray that you would bless them in their daily activities. We do thank you for this event tonight, and we do pray that your blessings would be applied to it. We do pray that you would bless each player and each participant tonight. In Christ's name, amen.
Confederates set to kick it off. Number 6 will be kicking off for the Confederates, Chris Westbrook. Deep to receive for the Rams is number 13, Patrick Willis, and number 25, Mike Cook. Westbrook comes forward. Ball picked up. And number 13, Willis, brings it back up the middle, cuts outside. Upended in there, but number 3, Flippo. Be first and 10 for the Rams. Ball resting on about the 37-yard line, their own territory. Just starting the ball game. Good breeze blowing out of the north. Nick Martin just entered the booth, said we better know it. Rams operate. Pass in the flat, number 12, Mullen. He's up in it in there. The first one to make the contact is Ricky Hokut. Gain of a play about 7, make it 2nd and 4. Ernie Gordon in the ball game for the Rams. Roydell Willis brings him down, sets him down. Give off in there to Cook. He breaks out comes over the middle and down into Confederate territory on about the 47-yard line. Be first and 10 for the Rams. Cook the ball carrier. Mitchell Gordon replaces Ernie Gordon for the Rams. Bringing in the plays from Coach Larry Gann, head coach of the Rams. Willis sets him down, marks out his signals, goes back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Quarterback sacked in there for the Confederates by number 25, Thomas Townsend. Bring the ball way back. Well, pass was incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Ricky Townsend enters the ball game, brings into play Coach Gann. Patrick Willis out of the ball game. Have a timeout. I'd like to remind you once again, at halftime, we'll be crowning the homecoming queen, 1984 homecoming queen, Vardaman High School. Been elected by the student body. Candidates are Kim Holland, Angie Emerson, and Missy Conley. Rams break out. Willis, the quarterback. Townsend in the slot. Cook and Willis behind him. Cook, the ball carrier. Carries the ball down inside the 45, about the 44. Gain of about 3 on the play. Make it 3rd and 7. No score in the ball game. Willis is in the ball game, replacing Townsend. Possession play. Pursuit. Andrew Robinson comes through for the Confederates to sack Willis back in his own territory on about the 46-yard line. Bring up 4th down at about 17. Porter Casey in the punt. Deep to receive is Chris Westbrook for the Confederates. Casey's punts away. Westbrook signals fair catch and does so, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Ball on about the 22-yard line.
Hey, Mike drops it's going to be that way. Right on them preachers here. You know how I don't like preachers.
First possession of the ball game. Westbrook, the quarterback, lines him up in the wishbone. .22 the ball carrier, breaks into open field. Finally run over bounds over there by number 1 Ricky Townsend after a gain all the way down inside the rim 30. They say went out of bounds on the 34. Be 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Ball resting inside rim territory on the 34-yard line. Blair carries again. Gain down to official timeout.
With that timeout, we'll take a break here from TV7 Sports. I would like to remind you that tonight's game is being brought to you by People's Drug Store here in Vardaman, Keaton's Pack-a-Poke in Calhoun City, Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. We're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back.
At the rim 25-yard line. Townsend sets him down. Blair the ball carrier, and he's made it the line of scrimmage for probably about a yard gain. A host of blue jerseys around him. Number 34, George Willis, comes up off the bottom of the pile. A little loss on the play and bring up 2nd and 10. Westbrook sets him down. Contact made, flags everywhere. Wind blowing out of the north at 90 miles an hour. Five-yard penalty against Confederate. Move the ball back, bring it 2nd and 15. Ball resting on about the 30-yard line, just inside the 30, over on the 29. Ram territory. Give off in there to number 2, Shed. Moves the ball down inside inside the 25. About the 22. Third and about 9. Westbrook sets him down. Possession play. Pitch back to Blair. Patrick Willis comes through to drop Blair. Loss on the play. Move back. Make it 4th and 11. Timeout on the field.
Pull it back up. That's the right idea. Hey, I tell you what, that wind, that's all right. It ain't the cold.
Fourth and 11. Ball resting on about the 24-yard line. Ram territory. Confederates in possession. Westbrook, the quarterback, drops back to pass. Ball is intercepted by Rodney Mullen. Second 12 the Rams. Willis, the quarterback, gives off to Cook, and he's upended in there. Andrew Robinson makes a stop. Brings up third about 14 for the Rams. I'd like to announce to you that the Vardaman High School cheerleaders are selling painters caps tonight. They got Vardaman Rams on it, and they cost $4. Just $4. be tonight only. They go up to $20 tomorrow. Cook the ball carrier, brings it out over the middle. Up in there. Initial contact made with number 5, Ricky Vaughn. Bring up 4th and about 9. Casey's punt is blocked. Number 4, Robinson makes a recovery for the Confederates, and they'll be 1st and 10. Ball resting inside the 20. On about the 16-yard line. Give off to Blair. Hartley and Casey make the stop. Also on the play, making 2nd and 12. No score in the ball game. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Westbrook, the quarterback, pitches back to Blair. Cuts around left end, stood up, spun around. Finally pulled down by a host of blue jerseys. Porter Casey comes up off the bottom. Assistance in there for Richard Hare. Gain of about a yard on the play. 3rd and 11. Westbrook goes back to pass, rolls out around the right end, flag on the play. George Willis brings him down. Official signals timeout. Preliminary indications the penalty is against the Confederates. Discussing with the captains, number 22 Blair, number 66 Mitchell Gordon. Illegal procedure against the Confederates, face mask violation against the Rams, offsetting penalty will flare over. Down remains the same, 3rd and 11. Westbrook, quarterback. Drops back to pass. Being pursued. Pass is tipped away. George Willis gets his hand on the ball. Bring up 4th and 11. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. Confederates break huddle. Wagner pulled the ball to center. Westbrook, the quarterback, goes back to pass. Shuttle pass out there to number 2. And he is cut out by Patrick Willis, and the Rams take over. First and 10 for the Rams. Ball right about the 20-yard line. Willis, the quarterback. George Willis, the ball carrier. Brings her out about the 27-yard line. Be second and 3. Ball got to come just outside the 30 for the first down. George Willis, the ball carrier. Comes out over the 30, about the 33-yard line. Referee signals first and 10 for the Rams. Richard Hare, the center, comes out of over the ball. First and 10 for the Rams, back to 43. Took the ball carry. Second about 6 for the Rams. About the 37-yard line, their own 37. No score in the ball game. Willis goes back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 14, Rodney Mullen. Brings up third. About 7. Willis, the quarterback, goes back to pass. Third down. Pass is incomplete. Bring up fourth down, 4th and 6. quarterback. Blair, the ball carrier, comes over the 50 down to about the 47-yard line. He's met in there by Townsend and Hare. Change that, make that Mitchell Gordon on the stop. Third and about 7. Ball resting on about the 47-yard line, Ram territory. And that is the end of the first quarter.
With the end of the first quarter there, we would like to take a break at this time. I'd like to remind you that the game tonight is being brought to you by People's Drugstore here in Vardaman, Keaton's Pack-a-Poke in Calhoun City, Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Third and about 7, ball resting on about the 47-yard line, Ram territory. Westbrook, the quarterback, handles the ball, gives it off in there to number 2, Shed, and he's dropped on about the 45-yard line. Number 65 for the Rams, David Keaton, comes up off the bottom of the pile. Brings up 4th and about 5. Cook and Willis drop deep for the Rams in anticipation of the punt. Official timeout. Have a little problem with the paper on the end of the field. Timekeeper says blow it up, big it up. I'd also like to remind you at halftime, we'd ask you to remain seated for the crowning of the homecoming queen. Everything under control now. Willis and Cook are deep. Hokett back to punt for the Confederates. A little high snap. He handles it well. Gets off a beautiful punch. Cook receives. Breaks around the right side. Turns on the afterburner. And it looks like he's going to score, and he does. 78 yards. Mike Cook on the punt. Comes around the right side, picks up a blocker with him, number 13, Willis, and goes 78 yards for the opening score of the ball game. Rams lead it 6-0 with 11:05 to go in the second quarter of the first half. Don't know whether they're going to kick, punt, or run. Cook, the man who scored, carries it around the left side this time for 2 points, and it's 8-0 with 11:05 to go in the first half. Preparing for the kickoff. The Rams will kick it off. I'd like to announce to you once again at halftime will be homecoming. We'll be crowning the queen. The candidates for queen, they've been elected by the student body, are Missy Conley, Angie Edmondson, and Kim Holland. Casey sets the ball up, ready to kick off. Deep to receive is Robinson. Blair kicks away. Blair, the ball carrier. Finally upended there on about the 33-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Wagner, the center, sets down over the ball. Westbrook, the quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Ball on about the 36-7-yard line. Mitchell Gordon comes up under that pile with a host of other blue jerseys. Gain of about 2 on the play, make it 2nd and 8. Ball resting just shy of the 30-yard line, make that the 35-yard line. Westbrook sets him down as quarterback. Pitches back to number 4. Robinson, the ball carrier. George Willis comes through and loss on the play, brings up 3rd and a long 10. Official timeout. We have equipment problem. Equipment repair. The timeout is charged to the Rams, I believe. If that's correct, Mr. Fisher, wave your head. Oh, they shouldn't get okay. I believe that leaves the Rams with 1 timeout left in the first half. Look how good we do it. Can we? We don't know what the end is fixing to be, but when Jerry flipped that switch, you'll go. 3rd and 10. Ball resting on about the 33-yard line. Westbrook, the quarterback, gives off in there with number 4, Robinson. And he's up in it by number 68, Richard Hare. Ricky Holcutt's punt is away. Bounces around on the 50 and is down there by the Confederates on about the 48-yard line. Ram territory will be 1st and 10 with 8:48 to go in the first half. Leading in the ball game 8-0. Willis, the ball carrier. He cuts back inside, stays on his feet. Finally pulled down inside the 25-yard line. Flag on the play. Flag back upfield here to about the 46-yard line. Penalty against the Rams. Major infraction. Just going to move the ball back. Make it first and about 19. Illegal block below the waist. Move the ball back about the 40-yard line where it'll be first and 19. Cook the ball carrier. Bend it on about the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Make it 2nd and 16. Well, that's the quarterback. Roydale pitches back to Cook. Goes around the left side. Gets a block. Cuts outside. Comes down to about the 45-yard line, Confederate territory. Clock running with 7:30 to go in the first half. Make it about the, just inside the 45. 3rd and about 4. Make it a long 4, short 5. Rounds break huddle. Willis, the quarterback. Patrick Willis, the ball carrier. Comes down to about the 41. Official timeout. Gonna measure.
At this time, we'd like to take a short station break, and we'll be right back.
Looks like it's going to be about 3.5 inches short. Rounds break huddle coming up, needing about a half a yard, half a foot. Oh, well, that's the quarterback. Harris sits down on the ball. Flag. Believe we lined up all sides on the Confederate. Cost them 5 yards. Make it 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball resting on about the 36.5-yard line. Confederate territory. Rams in possession. Leading in the ball game 8-0. 6:36 to go in the first half. Willis, the ball carrier. Breaks it around the right side, finally pushed out of bounds. Out of bounds inside the 25, make it the 24-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Rams. Hare out over the ball. Willis, the quarterback. Pitch back to Cook. He's met in there by Robinson with assistance from number 25, Townsend, for no gain. Loss of about 2 on the play. Make it 2nd and 12. Mitchell Gordon goes in, replacing Ernie Gordon with a signal. Cook and Willis line up behind the quarterback. Patrick Willis in the slot. Willis's pass, incomplete, intended for Rodney Mullen, and it is incomplete. Timeout, Rams.
We'd like to take a station break at this time, but I would like to remind you the game is brought to you tonight by People's Drug Store here in Vardaman, Keaton's Pack-a-Poke, Calhoun City, Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching TV7 Sports.
Oh, Willis, the quarterback. Cook and George Willis in the backfield. Patrick Willis goes back to pass. He's hemmed in back there. Number 11, Ricky Hocutt, drops him for the loss. Brings up fourth down. 4th and 17. Rams going for it on 4th down, 4th and 17. Pass is complete out there to number 12, and he's corralled by a host of white jerseys. And the Confederates take over. First and 10 for the Confederates. Westbrook gives off to Blair. He's met in there by number 66, Mitchell Gordon. Second, a long 9. 4:20 to go in the first half. Rams lead it 8-0. Second and 9 for the Confederates. Westbrook drops back, pitches the ball back. Halfback pass is intercepted by Mullen. Shedd throws the ball. Mullen makes the interception on the just inside the 50 over into Confederate territory, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. First and 10 for the Rams. Just inside the 50. Willis and Cook sit down behind Roydale. Goes back to pass. Passes out here to Patrick Willis. And he stopped for no gain. Loss of about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd 11. Number 71 makes the stop for the Confederates. Dudley Riley. Patrick Willis, the ball carrier. 13 breaks around the right side, cuts it upfield, and is inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line, where he's dropped in there by number 22, Gary Blair. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball resting on about the 36-yard line, Confederate territory. Pitch back to George Willis. Gets around the right side, breaks 2 tackles, breaks 3. Finally pulled down. Right about the 30-yard line. Westbrook makes a stop with assistance in there from number 5, Ricky Vaughn, for the Caledonia Confederates. 2nd and about 2. Ball resting on about the 27-yard line. Confederate territory. 2:29 to go in the first half. Roydale Willis sets him down. George Willis, the ball carrier. Breaks in there. He's met by number 4, Robinson. Initial contact. Official signal, it's a 1st down for the Rams, 1st and 10. Ball resting on about the 23-yard line, Confederate territory. Rams in possession and driving. Patrick Willis, the ball carries up in there, number 5, Ricky Vaughn. 2nd and 5. Ball on about the 23-yard line. Roydale Willis, the quarterback for the Rams. Gives off to Patrick Willis. He breaks it. Breaks it again, and finally corral. Flag on the play. Second and 25 for the Rams. Ball resting on about the 39, 38-yard line. Confederate territory. Clock running with 1:13 to go in the first half. Leading in the ball game 8-0. Willis goes back to pass. Pass is a little low, and Mullen makes a reception back on about the 47-yard line. Loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down, the bunch. Willis is sacked in there by number 56, Stephen Pritchett. All the way back to the 35. Timeout. Confederates with 17 seconds to go. Be fourth down and a whole heap of them. I'd like to remind you, halftime coming up. We're going to crown the 1984 homecoming queen of Vardaman High School. If we can find out who it is, they've lost the results. Fourth down and about 40 for the Rams, and Casey will go back to punt. "17 seconds to go in the first half. Casey's punts away, and it's going to go out of bounds on about the 35-yard line. Be time for about one more play. Westbrook, the ball handler, hands off to Blair, and he's stopped in there by number 13, Patrick Willis, with 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the first half.
And with the end of the first half there, the score 8-0 in favor of Vardaman. We would like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Morgan's Electronics in Bruce, Neighbors Building Supply from Vardaman, and Keaton's Pack-a-Poke, Calhoun City, and People's Drugstore in Vardaman. We're going to take a break right now. We'll be back right after this.
For tonight's 1984 Homecoming Queen celebration, Miss Candy Spencer.
Homecoming means many things to many people. For those who are looking back, it's a time to renew old friendships and a time to remember, a time to see your children fill in the spaces you once held. For those experiencing homecoming tonight, it's a time of excitement and promise. As young people, we anticipate with eagerness, yet with concern, what the future holds for us. For those who have yet to participate in homecoming, it's a time of expectancy and hope. Young boys are saying, maybe I'll score the winning touchdown. Young girls are thinking, maybe one day I'll wear the crown. Whatever your thoughts and feelings are tonight, this we know, the experience of homecoming is once in a lifetime. Representing the 10th grade is Miss Lynn Crawford. Lynn is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Billy Doyle Alexander. Her escort is Mr. Michael Winter, son of Mr. and Ms. Gwen Winter. Also representing the sophomore class is Miss Latana Williams. Latana's parents are Mr. and Mrs. John Wesley Williams. She's being escorted by Michael Townsend, son of Miss Lucinda Berry. Presenting flowers to the sophomore maids are cheerleaders Mika Nichols and Angela Tedder. To represent the 11th grade is Miss Charlotte Pearson. Charlotte is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Fred Pearson. Her escort is Mr. Stanley Mister. Stanley is the son of Miss Emma Jean Mister. Also representing the junior class is Miss Wanda Higgins. Wanda is the daughter of Miss Betty Higgins, and escorting her tonight is Mr. James Cressman, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jesse Cressman. Flowers will be given to the junior maids by cheerleaders Dawn Marshall and Paula Long. The three candidates for Queen from the senior class are Miss Missy Conley, Missy has light brown hair and hazel eyes. She enjoys playing the piano, bicycle riding, and dancing. Missy's parents are Dr. and Mrs. David Griffin. She is being escorted by Mr. Ricky Browning, son of Mr. and Mrs. Donnie Browning. Miss Angie Edmondson. Angie is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Martin Edmondson. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, and her hobbies include reading and watching soaps. Angie's escort is Mr. Tobe Griffin, son of Mr. and Mrs. Norman Griffin. And Miss Kim Holland. Kim has light brown hair and green eyes. She enjoys cheerleading and watching soaps. Kim is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth Lucius. She is being escorted by Mr. Trey Bailey. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. David Harden. Your homecoming queen for 1984 is Miss Kim Holland. Kim is a member of the Student Council, Beta Club, and Pep Club, and she enjoys varsity cheerleading. She was elected to Who's Who among American high school students. Kim plans to attend Mississippi State and major in business management. Assisting with the crown and flowers is senior cheerleader Jeanette Inman. Presenting flowers to the senior maids are cheerleaders Angie Harden and Gail Gordon. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1984 homecoming cohort. I gotta get out of here.
Let's give them all a big hand. Everybody think Trey did a good job?
I still love you so.
break at this time, and we'll be right back with Channel 7 Sports right after these announcements.
The forecast is 50-mile-an-hour winds and snow. There's Pack of Polk in Caledonia City, Neighbors Hardware in Vardaman, and Morgan Electronics in Bruce. Go by and buy about $3,000 worth of stuff, help them all out.
Hey, you watch this game tomorrow, right after halftime. See if you're not on.
Kim Kilpatrick, Tina Welch, Kim Studdard, Kim Gilder, Diane Speed, and Patty Brown. Cheerleaders for the Vardaman Rams are Jean Ann Inman, Kim Holland, Gail Gordon, Paula Long, Dawn Marshall, Angela Tedder, Angie Harden, and Mika Nichols. And we're ready to go. Casey puts the toe to it, goes deep, picked up there by Blair, brings it back up the middle, and he's pulled down by Devin Parker. Be first and 10 for the Confederates. Ball resting on about the 26-yard line, their own territory. Opening possession of the second half. Westbrook sets him down. Rolls back, gives the ball off to Blair, and he's pulled down after a gain of about 3 on the play. Make it 3rd and 7. 2nd and 7, that is. Willis comes up off of the bottom of the pile. Flag. Too much time, delay a game. Cost the Confederates 5 yards, move it back, make it 2nd and about 12. David Keaton makes the initial contact on Blair. Loss on the play about a yard, make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13. Westbrook pitches back to Blair. And he's upended by 34, George Willis. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 7. Wagner sits down over the ball. Punts away. Willis receives it. Breaks down into Confederate territory, and he's down on about the 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. First possession of the second half, leading in the ball game 8-0. Cordell Willis, the quarterback, sets Patrick Willis in motion, gives off to Mike Cook, and he's upended in the backfield. A loss of about 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 15, a long 15. Well, the referee sets her down, make it 2nd and 13. Pass is complete to Mullen. He breaks out over the middle of the field and comes down inside the 35 to about the 31-yard line. Confederate territory. Willis's pass complete to Mullen. Be 1st and 10 for the round. The ball resting just outside the 30. Confederate territory, 1st and 10. Cook, the ball carrier, comes around the right side, breaks 1 tackle. Up into there by number 11, Ricky Hokut. Second and 6. Patrick Willis, the ball carrier, breaks in open. Finally tripped up by number 22, Gary Blair. First and goal. First and goal from about the 2-yard line. Rams in possession. Ernie Gordon brings the play in. And Willis carries it in for the score. Rams drive 50 yards for the opening TD of the second half. Casey in to attempt the extra point. It's snapped back to Cook, and he goes around the left side and goes in for the 2 points. Timeout with the score. Rams 16, Confederates 0. 6:51 to go in the 3rd quarter.
with that, we'd like to take a break right now, and we'd like to remind you you're watching Channel 7 Sports W07BN. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh. Ain't no problem. Oh.
Casey sets the ball up. Deep to receive is Blair. Kicks in the air. It's picked off by number 3, Flippo. John Scott Edmondson makes a stop. Be 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Ball resting on about the 33-yard line. Make it to 34. Their own territory. Ball snapped back to number 11. He's met by a host of blue jerseys. Sacked in there by number 78, Hare, and number 65, Keaton. Loss on the play. Moves it back, make it 2nd and 20. Ball resting on about the 24-yard line. Confederate territory. Shotgun formation. Hook up the snap back to number 2. And there's a flag on the play. He's met in there by George Willis and number 66, Mitchell Gordon. Illegal procedure declined. The rounds brings up 3rd down, be 3rd and 20. Ball resting on about the 24-yard line, Confederate territory. They're in possession. Westbrook, the quarterback. Intercepted by Cook. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Official timeout. Injured player across the way. There is a penalty flag. Clipping against the Rams. Clipping costs the Rams back. Be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball resting just inside the 45-yard line, Confederate territory. Rams in possession after the interception. Cook, the injured player, comes off the ball field under his own power. Cordell Willis, the quarterback, gives it to George Willis. He cuts back over the middle inside down to about the 42-yard line. Second and 6. Willis sets him down. Give off to Patrick Willis, and he's met in there by number 71, Dudley Riley. Loss on the play, make it 3rd and 8. Third and 8. Willis pass complete back here to Patrick Willis. He breaks an open field, comes down to about the 32, 3-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 4. Possession play for the Rams, 4th and about 4. Offsides against the Rams. Cost them 5, move it back, make it 4th and 9. Casey to punt. Punts away. It's down by the Rams, where it'll be 1st and 10. Just outside the 10-yard line. Loss on the play, brings up 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Power play up the middle. Gains maybe a yard. Bring it 3rd and 10. Third and 10 for the Confederates. Flippo, the quarterback, is official whistle and a flag. Illegal procedure against the Confederate. Move the ball back, bring it 3rd and 15 from inside the 10-yard line, just outside the 5. Randall Flippo, the quarterback. The ball carry. Flag on the play. Mitchell Gordon on the tackle, but there's a flag on a play. Third and about a yard after the penalty. Face mask violation. Third and a yard. Ball carries up into there by a host of blue jerseys. Officials looking it over. There's no signal as yet. Official timeout for the measurement. First and 10 for the Confederates. Ball on about the 22-yard line, their own territory. Flippo pitches back in there to Robinson. David Keaton and George Willis. Second and about 13. Flippo the ball carrier. Pitches over to Blair. He's corralled by George Willis, Patrick Willis, and Mitchell Gordon. Brings up 3rd and 12. Clock running with 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Rams lead it 16-0. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with timeout. Rams in the lead.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, we'd like to take a station break right now, but we would like to remind you that this ball game is brought to you tonight by Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, Keaton's Pack-a-Poke in Calhoun City, Morgan's Electronics Bruce, and People's Drugstore in Vardaman. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Loss on the prairie brings up 4th down about 16. Ball resting on about the 16-yard line, Confederate territory. Boca goes back to punt. Deep to receive is Cook and Willis. Cook handles the ball. Breaks the outside. Finally pushed out of bounds on about the 41-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the 41-yard line in Confederate territory, 4th quarter of the ball game. Rams break huddle. Hare comes out over the ball. Willis, the quarterback. Wesley Moore in the ball game at tailback. Ball's given off in there to Patrick Willis. He breaks into open field and upended by number 6, I believe it is, Westbrook. After a gain for the first down to about the 30, 25-yard line. Make that the 26-yard line. Would it be 1st and 10 Rams. The ball resting on the 26-yard line, Confederate territory. Backfield consists of number 12, Jody Spratlin, number 20, Wesley Moore, George Willis, the fullback. Roy Dale Willis, the quarterback. Ball's given off in there to George Willis, and he goes forward, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. James Marshall's wanted down front. Roydale Willis, the quarterback. Gives off to Patrick Willis. He breaks through the gap. Finally upended by number 71, Riley. Third and about 4. Roydale Willis with the football. He's finally pulled down by number 3, Randall Flippo. First and 10 for the Rams. Inside the 10-yard line, make it 1st and goal. First and goal for the Rams. Willis, the quarterback. Wesley Moore, the ball carrier, breaks over the middle and scores, I believe. Yes, he does. Wesley Moore carries her in for the score. Timeout on the field. Rams 22. Extra point attempt is good. Timeout on the field. Rams 23, Confederates nothing with 8:47 to go in the ball game.
Blunt.
Porter Casey tees the ball up. Deep to receive. For the Confederates is number 40, John Blair. Officials signify we're ready. Casey comes forward. Robinson the ball carrier. Patrick Willis makes the initial contact. Will be 1st and 10. Ball resting on about the 31-yard line, Confederate territory. 4th quarter action. I'd like to remind you that you can watch the game in the morning at 11 o'clock on Channel 7 out of Bruce, sponsored by People's Drug Store, Keaton's Pack-A-Poke, Neighbors Hardware, and Morgan's Electronics. Vardaman, County City, Vardaman, and Bruce. Gain of about a yard on play, break it 2nd and 9. Ball resting on about the 32. Clock running with 7:55 to go. Wagner comes out over the ball. Flip over the quarterback. He carries. Pitch back there. Fumble on the play. Rams have it. James Hare recovers. I believe Porter Casey made the initial contact, jarred the ball loose, and James Hare was there to recover. Be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball resting on about the 30-yard line, just outside the 30. Confederate territory. Flag. Line up offside on the part of the offense will cost them 5. Move it back where it'll be 1st and 15. Ball resting just outside the 35-yard line now in Confederate territory. Hare out over the ball. Roydell Willis, the quarterback. George Willis, the ball carrier. Flag on the play. Willis still going. Finally, loose ball on the ground. We'll have to wait till the officials sort this out and give us the decision. Illegal block. Going to bring it back. $15 yards from the point of infraction, brings it back. It'll bring up 1st down and 25. Ball resting just outside the 45, not quite the 46. Confederate territory. Rams in possession. Willis, the quarterback. Patrick Willis breaks in and clear, cuts back to the inside, and he's finally dropped in there by number 71, Dudley Riley, and he's been in on a lot of stops tonight. First and 10 for the Rams. Willis, the quarterback, handles the ball, gives off in there to George Willis, and he powers his way for about 6 yards. Second and 4 for the Rams. Roydell Willis, the quarterback. Dudley Riley in on a stop. Clock running with 5:40 to go in the ball game. Third and about 7. I bet that official. Roydell Willis is back to pass. Ball's in the air. Got a receiver open. Touchdown. Jody Spratlin on the receiving end of Willis's pass. Good for the TD. Extra point attempt coming. Out on the field. Score, Rams 29. Casey lines up. It could or couldn't be. There's a flag on the play. Offside, preliminary indication against the Confederates. We'll have to wait till the official gives us the signal. It is offsides. Half the distance to goal line. And now we'll have the PAT coming. Snapback's down. The kick is up. It's good. Now out on the field, Rams 30. Caledonia, nothing. 5:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Casey tees the ball up. Deep to receive is Blair. Kicks in the air, coming down. This number 24 takes it. Rodney Bradley returns the kickoff. Will be first and 10 from about the 30-yard line. Confederate territory. 5 minutes even to go in the ball game. First and 10 from the shotgun, number 11, Ricky Hokut. Pass is complete out here. It's going to be the halfback pass. Chris Westbrook covers the 70 yards on the pass run play. Timeout. Point after attempt coming. Westbrook to attempt the point after. It's going to be a pass play. And the point after attempt is no good. Timeout on the field. Rams 30, Confederates 6, with the kickoff coming. I'd like to remind you next week that the Rams will be at Smithville, be away at Smithville. The next 2 weeks they'll be away, then they'll be back home. I believe they'll be home against Calhoun City. Terry Hartle to kick off. Dick to receive is Cook and Patrick Willis for the Rams. It's an onside kick. Kick covered about 8 yards. Rams get the ball at the point of dying. That's the ball dying, not the Rams. Be first and 10 of the Rams, the 48-yard line. Caledonia's territory. New quarterback in the ball game, John Scott Edmondson. Handles the ball, gives off to Wesley Moore. He carries it down to about the 46-yard line. Patrick Willis with the ball, cuts inside and breaks her down to about the 42-yard line. Bring up 3rd and 4. Ball resting on about the 43. A lot of substitutions. David Wooten in the game. Roydell Willis in the ball game. John Scott Emerson calling the play. Flag on the play. Delay of game cost the Rams 5 yards. Rams substitute their sophomore unit. Sophomores this year are John Scott Edmondson, George Willis, Michael Kendall, Davin Parker, Stacy Spratton, Thomas Roy Parker. They're in the ball game. John Scott calls his signals. Michael Kendall out over the ball. Gordell Willis flanked out here to the left. Give off to George Willis. He breaks in the clear, and there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Holding against the Rams. We'll call it back. Cost the Rams 15 yards from point of infraction. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. John Scott Evanson handling the ball. Gives off in there to George Willis. He breaks her out and goes inside the 35. First and 10 for the Rams. Evanson calling signals. Davin Parker in the ball game. Parrish Hartley out. Wesley Moore the ball carrier. Down inside the 35 to about the 32. Like that 33-yard line. Be 2nd and 7. Thomas Roy Parker carries a play in. Changes places with Ernie Gordon. Disregard a syringe. Pass is incomplete. The clock is malfunctioned. Official timeout. The time will be kept. We have a stopwatch up here, Mr. Rev.
With that timeout, we'll take a break right now from TV7 Sports. It's brought to you tonight by People's Drugstore in Vardaman, Keaton's Pack-a-Poke, Calhoun City, Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, and Morgan's Electronics, Bruce, Mississippi. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Should be approximately 2 minutes left in the ball game. 2:12. Third and 7 for the Rams. Ball resting on about the 33-yard line. The clock is not operating, and the official time is being kept down on the field of play. Clock had malfunction. Rams break huddle. John Scott Evanson, the quarterback. Michael Kendall, the center. Give off in there to George Willis. Fumble on the play. Confederates recover. Number 5, Ricky Vaughn. And number 36, Dave Kilpatrick, converged to recover the ball. Be 1st and 10 for the Confederates. Approximately a minute, 40 seconds left in the ball game.
Hey, coach.
Flag on the play. Pass is incomplete, intended down here for number 40, John Blair. Quarterback throwing was Ricky Hokut. But there's a flag back upfield. Penalty was declined. It was against the Confederates. Hokut, the quarterback. Pass is in there. Pass is caught. And he's upended in there by number 66. Timeout. Confederates. Timeout. Confederates. Approximately a minute left to go in the ball game. Hokut's pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play intended for number 3, Flippo, but is incomplete, and a flag back on about the 35-yard line. Holding against the offense. Holding costs the Confederates 15 yards, bring up second about 25. Final seconds of the ball game. Make that 1st and 25. Hokut, quarterback from the shotgun. Pass back is good. Pass is in the air. It's intercepted by Patrick Willis. He breaks upfield, comes out, drives his way to midfield, still on his feet. He's finally pulled now by number 11, the quarterback Hokut, after bringing it all the way back into the 44-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Rams. Evanson goes in to run the ball club. Tim Hood's in the ball game. Thomas Roy Parker. Robinson comes through to drop the ball carrier Ricky Townsend. Make it 2nd and 14. Should be about 55 seconds, I believe. Clock running. Emerson handles the ball, gives off to Wesley Moore, cuts it inside. He's up in it on about the 42-yard line. Timeout. Timeout. Confederates. Rams break huddle. Kendall comes out over the ball. Emerson, the quarterback. Pitch back to George Willis with the football. Cuts it inside. Down to about the 36-yard line. Gonna bring up 4th and about 3. That's the ball game. Final score, Rams 30, Confederate 6. Homecoming queen, Miss Kim Holland.
And with that final score there, we'd like to remind you that you've been watching Channel 7 Sports right here on Channel 7. Brought to you tonight by Keaton's Pack-A-Poke in Calhoun City, People's Drugstore in Vardaman, Neighbors Building Supply in Vardaman, and Morgan's Electronics in Bruce. For Ronald Pollen, I'm William Morgan saying thank you for watching Channel 7 Sports, and we'll see you next time.